To the video, thank you for tuning in. None of this is legal, tax and or financial advice, so please do your own research. First article for today, following community poll, Kraken delists Bitcoin SV. 16th. In an official press release, Kraken said that BSV had, and I do quote, engaged in behavior completely antithetical to everything we at Kraken and the wider crypto community stands for, end quote. As such, the exchanges decided to delist the currency, which was the result of a hard fork in the Bitcoin Cash network last November. And as we can see here below, there was a Twitter poll from a Kraken exchange, and 71% said to get rid of it from the exchange. This Binance, I think yesterday or the day before, Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance, decided, as it says down here, decided to delist the crypto, much to the frustration of Craig Wright. There's a bit of controversy surrounding this Bitcoin Cash fork because it was frustrating many people in the space. Because as you can see, well, let's go back here. We've got actually first I want to point out the crypto price here. Satoshi's Vision or Bitcoin SV has just dropped considerably in the past week. If we go to the main page here, I do want to point out there are so many forks of Bitcoin. So with so many of these different options, and point of the story is it's frustrating. What's frustrating is that by creating these new coins, you're increasing the circulating supply and therefore the available supply moving forward. And this kind of this lowers the value because the beauty of Bitcoin is that having the controlled supply and therefore controlling the inflation will benefit the price, or the investors will benefit the investors who've got the money there, because the price is most likely going to increase based on basic supply and demand dynamics. Moving on, been a lot of controversy in the space. There's been name calling and threats made and all of this antagonizing, and it's creating fractures in the crypto sphere, and it's already under attack by so many people, like governments, by many corporations and individuals, and just the general public who doesn't understand how it works. I've interacted with many people over the past 2.5 years of my time in the space, and I've seen so much misinformation and vitriol, and I just don't get it, really. But this is why I really want the space to pick up, and I think this is a step in the right direction. Well done to CZ and Kraken as well, and I think more exchanges will follow. On to the next article. Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of Cardano and one of the co-founders of Ethereum, provided some context to Cardano's plans for the future ahead of the company's April 17th IOHK summit in Miami. His latest interview revealed the company's target markets and how Cardano will enter them. Some good news. I'm glad to hear this. In an interview with Block TV's Yael Levy, Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of IOHK, spoke about the problems the crypto industry faces. Hoskinson's appearance on Block TV's Fireside Chat is just one of the interviews the engineer gave during the past week in an effort to shed more light onto Cardano and the company's efforts to better the market. Hoskinson started out by agreeing with the statement that there is an ongoing governance crisis in the crypto sphere. Until now, there hasn't been a recorded case of establishing stables, and in inverted commas, stable structures that were both leaderless and global, end quote. Cryptocurrencies have managed to challenge that, which is why the industry faces so many problems when it comes to regulating itself. I won't read the rest. I also want to point out as well, a quick side note on the topic of Cardano. It's on the cusp of entering the next phase, Shelley, and it's a follow-on from Byron. So if you imagine these projects, actually I want to point out here as well, the Cardano roadmap on its official website, it gives you the A to Z of all the information pertaining to the crypto. Actually, it's been around for a couple of years, so you say extensively over the past 12 to 18 months, really keeping people in the loop. A bit more information here. I'll provide a link to all of these articles as well in the description. And I just want to point out as well, here there's this tweet, according to, so this is from his official page and website investinblockchain.com. So Charles says, heading to Berlin for an internal workshop to finalize the design of Cardano's delegation mechanics. 50 pages of math to go through. Hashtag Shelley is coming. And as you can see here, it's very, very detailed and complex mathematics involved. This was back in January this year, but it will be interesting to see what happens with this summit, the IOHK summit, for the next couple of days. I think this will probably cause some increase in the price. Probably not as much as we expect, though. Don't hold your breath. At the moment, it sits at 8 cents. Now, for a bit of perspective, let's have a look. It's stagnated for probably about, it stagnated for a couple of months, and with its launch on the 1st of October, and then it shot up. My goodness, it shot up in December. So it was hovering about 2 cents. It went up to $1.31. That's absolute maximum. Back to the original article. So let's see what happens with this, with the success of Shelley. The idea is that Shelley will make it fully decentralized and just enhance the work that's been done with the Byron phase and all the existing phases as well. I'm going to go back to the roadmap. Some ideas here: faster network sync, wallet restoration, various, again, can be fairly technical, but this is all what's needed to make the network. Well, the three things that Cardano wants to improve is interoperability, sustainability, and scalability. So we want something that's robust, can handle millions of transactions per second or per minute, and something that's financially sustainable as well and is compatible with other cryptos. I see a lot of potential in this. Again, just on a concluding note, the price, well, when you look at the market cap and compare it to Bitcoin's, which is about, I think, 70 billion at the moment, plenty of room for growth. And we're still kind of at the end of a bear market, you could say. So huge potential, just my opinion, but don't say I didn't tell you. Moving on to the next article. The last one for today. Japanese e-commerce giant Rakuten has thrown open the account registration process for its cryptocurrency trading services, Rakuten Wallet. The company plans to launch the exchange in June, and prospective users who wish to use the platform will now be able to sign up for the same. Rakuten revealed its plans for the crypto exchange service last month. You must now hold an account with Rakuten Bank to sign up for the wallet service. Bank account of Rakuten Group's Rakuten Bank can start opening an account by entering necessary information on the web application format. End quote. The sign-up page states that deposits and withdrawals into the Rakuten wallet are possible only through the specified bank. This means that those who don't hold the said bank account might not be able to access the wallet. I'll let you read the rest of the article there. Actually, a quick side note, that is Hiroshi Mikitani, who is the CEO and I believe the founder as well of Rakuten. It's done well for a company that now I think eclipses, it's got revenue of over 1 trillion yen. So well done to it for trying to provide an alternative to Amazon and just giving consumers these options and getting some healthy competition out there. I hope this prompts Amazon to follow suit. I hope many companies in the space will make it easier to facilitate the growth of crypto. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we need more unity in the space. We need something robust. We want the space to really take off. Well, I personally do, and many others who are very enthusiastic about it want it to thrive and flourish. Now, to finish off this video, let's have a quick view. Let's have a quick summary of the prices on Live Coin Watch as well. So overall, the market is showing some growth, gradual growth. I also want to point out the circulating market cap. Probably the biggest thing to watch out for is when you want to look at the market overall and how it's grown and how it's risen and fallen, and you've got these peaks and troughs and all of that. It's amazing to think that for 4 years, it barely did anything. And then it shot up, and was this peak that kind of ignited the flame and has kept the flame burning. And then, once again, not financial advice, I believe this will stay above 150. I believe this will stay above 140 billion for a while, and I think it will permanent. I don't see this dipping anymore. Below 100 billion again, almost negligible, in my opinion. It would take a lot for the space to absolutely collapse, especially with the work being done and the progress being made, and more institutions getting involved. I don't see this dipping any lower. Keep an eye out, do your own research, just keep up to date with the news. There's an article I saw the other day, someone said that they said it is very risky and volatile, so you shouldn't be putting that much money in it, but it's also equally silly to not put any money into it, not even a small amount, and I completely concur with that. I've always said never invest more than you're willing to lose, and if we all did that in an ideal world, the space would be great. In fact, everything would be so much better if we just stuck by that principle. Easier said than done. Thank you once again for tuning in and watching it this far. If you have, feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to like the video, share it with anyone who you believe will find this useful. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell icon if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I'm producing in the space. I also want to point out I've got another channel called Lorenzo's Logic, and I talk about life hacks, and I talk about various life hacks, a bit about finance, relationships, useful information that's worth knowing, in my opinion. You be the judge if you want. I'll provide a link to that as well. Have a great day. Enjoy. See ya.